What's going on, everybody? Kyle with ePoolSupply. Today we are going over another What's in the Box on Pentair's Creepy Crawly Legend 2. This is still a pressure side pool cleaner, but does not require a booster pump. Stay tuned. Alright, and we're back. So again, today we are going to go over Pentair's Legend Creepy Crawly 2. This is going to be the all gray version. The really cool thing about this one is it uses the larger style hose, not your typical pressure style hose. So it doesn't require a booster pump. As long as you got a dedicated line on the side, which pretty much almost every pool does at that point, you can use this cleaner. So box is a little crazy. Give me a second. I'm going to take everything out for you. Like I said, they like to make sure these aren't going anywhere, so. Alright. Wow. This thing looks like a beast. Looks a little larger than the actual standard Legend. Have to say it looks a little bigger than that. Cool, let me get everything out here and then we'll go over the hose again. Looks like I lost another hubcap. Show you guys how to put that on. Cool. Alright, so first things first, they send you the installation guide. Very important. Always read your installation guides. I know that we like to be helpful and try to make all these videos to make sure you don't have to, but Pentair goes through a lot of work to make sure they lay it out for you step by step in this user manual on how to get everything put together and how to troubleshoot if you're having any issues. Check it out, very important. Alright, second, which I'd like to think is actually more important than your installation guide, is your warranty information. Warranties are crucial with these cleaners. Most of the time they can range anywhere from a year, 2 years, 3 years. A lot of them come with different kinds of rebates, and to get your rebates, you're going to want to register for your warranty. Pentair sends it in different booklets. Sometimes they have just a little sheet of paper just to tell you. They've gone digital. You can do everything online. You don't need to mail things in. If you choose to, they give you the option. If you want to go online and deal with no paper, they give you that option as well. So check out the user manual, read this. It'll tell you the steps that you need to take in order to do stuff whichever way you choose. But very important. Alright, now we also have the bag. So this bag, real simple installation. I'm pretty sure the camera over here can show you. It's actually got like kind of a teeth and groove little piece on it. So on the head of the cleaner itself, it actually has these knobs that stick out over the water management system. You just simply slide this on and it's a twist lock. Real easy. Very, very easy to maintain. It actually comes stock with like a rubber, neoprene plastic kind of piece in here to stop the bag from cavitating. So it gives it that open aspect so that as the water's coming up from the venturi, lots of pressure coming in, comes up, it stays open. So that way you don't take the chance that this bag's just going to crumple and then take the risk of causing pressure issues. So comes pre-installed with a piece of foam in here. That way the bag can stay floating up above the cleaner. It also gives you another piece of Velcro over here to make sure that you can attach this to your hose, so as the hose moves it can kind of keep the bag afloat as well. They give you a handy dandy little other piece at the top, so that way you can grab this and be able to rip the Velcro open. Easy maintenance, easy cleaning. Actually unscrew it from the top of the cleaner, flip it over, empty it out, spray some water through it, get it all good. Zip it back up, or Velcro it back up, it's ready to go. So again, this is the gray version. So in our other video, when we go over the gray and white version, different color bags, everything's exactly the same. Functionality is exactly the same. They just give you two different color options based off of what you want to do in your pool. So if you've already got a dark kind of style pool and you don't want to see the cleaner, go with the dark style cleaner. If you've got a plaster or a really light pebble tech and you don't want to have a dark cleaner rolling around, they've got a gray and white version. Helps kind of blend a little better. So make sure you check out both. before you decide what you want to do, we like to try to give you all the options before you purchase. So let's keep going through this. So really nifty about the Legend 2, no booster pump is required. So it does not need that additional pump that runs all day at your equipment. Really, really nifty. But as you can see, it uses a much larger hose. So these are just like your typical standard hoses. Obviously they're made for the cleaner. They still have hose nuts. Everything's pre-cut to where it needs to be. You'll still want to run the length test similar to a normal pressure cleaner. That way you can check it out, but you do not need to cut this hose. So there are different pieces that you can kind of take off if it's going to be too much hose based off the size of your pool, but do not cut it. The minute you cut this, you're going to run into issues of leaking and things are not going to seal correctly. Every one of these hose nuts does have a O-ring on it, so as it does twist on, it does get watertight. So then that way everything can stay pressurized for your equipment and keep that cleaner moving like you want it to. So this is the portion that's going to plug into your wall. Real simple. It's actually got the twist lock that actually threads into the port in the side of your pool. Very, very important. Hold on to this. If you've already got one, it doesn't look cracked, it blends with the color scheme you want, keep this one as an extra, because eventually after wear and tear you will need to replace this. It's handy to have. Hold on to it. So after that portion, you're going to run into the filter. This filter is important for the functionality of both your pumps, your equipment, and the cleaner itself. It's going to stop anything from getting sucked up through this hose or vice versa, blown through the hose, whatever it may be. This is going to stop it from reaching one end or the other. So it's going to help eliminate the issue of things breaking. So every time you empty a skimmer, every time you empty a pump basket, just empty this, untwist from the wall, pulls right out, run some water through it. It's not a large filter by any means. So real simple. It goes in directionally, actually sits in there and locks into place, but it is important to the functionality of the cleaner. So the pressure relief valve here, where this blue knob is, if for whatever reason pressure in your system builds up, and whether it be from the cleaner end or whether it be from the equipment side, this is going to pop. It's got it's got a weighted censored spring in it. So once the pressure becomes too much, this actually pops up, releases the pressure. Most of the time at that point, once it's blown, you gotta unscrew this and you gotta replace it. You can buy this entire piece as a complete, you can buy it in individual parts. Check out the links below. We've got everything listed, full part breakdown on this cleaner, so then that way you know where to start from there. So really cool. I love the dark gray, in my opinion. I actually personally have a plaster pool, but I would love to throw a dark pebble tech in it and throw one of these guys in there so you have no idea it's actually floating around the bottom of your pool. Really good quality plastic on these hoses, so they are meant to last. You should see at least multiple seasons out of these before you need to replace anything. Again, check out the links below. We've got hoses if you need hose replacements. Does come pre-stock with all the hose weights. Again, they already place these in the correct spot from the manufacturer, so no need to adjust them like you would on a typical section side cleaner where it needs to be certain ports, certain spacing from the cleaner or from where it plugs into the wall, whatever it may be. They already have it done. So unless you need to take hose sections out and deal with it, you shouldn't have to move these hose weights. You can if you see it fit on yours. They do slide really easy across the hose, but they are pre-installed where they typically need to be. So every section's got a really cool hose swivel. The hose swivel is going to stop this thing, as you can see, from ever getting torn up or tangled up and caused in circles where it's going to cause issues for your swimmers, or it's going to cause issues with the cleaner getting stuck and causing damage to the floor. Swivels are really important. If you're seeing leaking from anywhere, if things are leaking and things are spitting out water, it's time to replace. You're going to run into the risk of damaging things farther if things are leaking. So again, check out the links below. We've got every product for you. So let's move to the other end, which is actually going to go into the cleaner itself, which this one's actually really nice. It's already got the hose nut pre-attached, plus you got another one right here, which actually has your pressure, what do they like to call them? it's a restrictor disc essentially. So you're looking at which way do you need to have this to make sure that your pressure is where it needs to be and that you're not taking the risk of harming the cleaner or your equipment. So check out the manual, it'll walk you through this. Hopefully soon we'll have a full video for you guys on walking through the full installation. So stay tuned on that. But let's keep moving forward. So from here, once it's going in, you've got a backup valve. So the backup valve works across all the Legends. The Legend and the Legend 2 share the same backup valve. Obviously this is for the gray version, so if you're gonna have a gray version, stick with the gray backup valve listed in the parts below. Eventually, as the mechanism runs in the cleaner, sometimes it gets stuck on a wall, gets stuck on a step, gets stuck on a drain, whatever it may be, wherever it is. There's also an internal gear in here, and every so often this will kick on. It spits water out of the bottom of it, and it backs the cleaner up. So then that way, no matter where it is, what it's on, this will give it the opportunity to help get it off and get it out and keep cleaning on your pool. So if you decide to open this up or you don't see this functioning and your cleaner's not doing that operation, the gear set inside may go bad, but if you do open it up, make sure you re-lube any kind of O-rings on this lid, because it does need to remain tight. It does need to be clear of water in there from the outside and air. You don't want any kind of leaks, because if it starts sucking air, then your functionality is going to go from there. So that's pretty much it for the hose. So let me set this off, and then we'll just go over the basics of the cleaner. So the Legend 2, this thing is heavy. So very typical, just like your normal pressure side cleaner, it's got the tail sweep. It does have the scrubber here on the end as well. So as this thing whips back and forth and actually sprays water out of the hole on the bottom, the scrubber's gonna scrub the bottom, whether it be dust in your plaster or whether it's trying to get in all the little cracks and crevices on your pebble tech. This will wear over time. It all varies on all kinds of factors of your water chemistry, usage, water temperature. All those things play into the longevity of these. But again, check out the links below. We carry all OEM parts for everything, including the scrubber attachments here. So really cool. I like the all gray. I'm a big fan, especially since this one doesn't require a booster pump. It actually uses the larger style hose. I like to think that it can get quite the size of debris. As you flip it over, you can actually see it's got some Venturi jets right here, which actually cause the suction to, or the water blows through, which actually pulls all the debris up underneath the cleaner through this large mouth, which then obviously goes straight up the cleaner into the bag that would be attached on the top here. So that's how it's gonna suck up pretty much any kind of debris you got going on. I'd say you're looking at golf balls that would be able to fit in there. So don't recommend trying that, but definitely looks like it wouldn't have an issue taking on a golf ball. So whether or not it would create enough pressure or it could actually slide underneath, the opening is large enough that it would be able to fit that through there. So it's got the float here on the back. Pretty much every typical pressure cleaner like this is like this. Zodiac has it. Pretty much every Pentair line has it. The Legend, the Platinum, all of them have this float on the back. It's to stop the cleaner from doing wheelies. It helps level it up by lifting this back end up. If you do start to see your cleaner doing wheelies, it's most likely because this has a crack in it and it needs to get replaced because it's filled with water. Really simple. It literally just pulls straight off. You buy a new one and you take it and you just slide it straight back on, and make sure it's got little teeth on there that kind of grab onto the plastic so that it holds it on there, but super simple. Another part I really like about it is it's got these flaps up top, so as the bag's installed, you need to empty your bag, so you're taking your bag off, the system's off, and when you go to lift it up, instead of watching all that debris come out of your bag and go straight back down the tube and out the bottom of your cleaner, whether it be on the top or sink back down to the bottom, these flaps kind of stop that. So it gives it the opportunity to not lose everything that the cleaner just cleaned. So really cool. These do take a lot of damage, a lot of wear and tear. So again, all OEM parts down below. Really simple to replace. Uses a little bit of glue to kind of glue onto the piece here, so then that way it just doesn't pop off every time you take your bag off. So really a big fan of the color scheme. Again, I really like it. It's got like a darker gray with some sparkles here on top, so you can actually still kind of see through it and see the cleaner functioning. Really simplistic movement, especially with the 4-wheel cleaner. I'm a big fan of the 4 wheels. Wider mouth, bigger debris, less manual maintenance for you. Really nice. These hubcaps all pop off, so you can access the screws to be able to take off the wheels. Make sure you check out our other videos. We're gonna rip this thing from ground up and take it down, show you guys every kind of possible maintenance, and then rebuild the whole thing for you. So make sure you stay tuned for that. And then I'll go ahead and flip this over and just show you guys the cool hubcap, because as you can see, it's got a basic little flathead screw here to get the wheel off. But the hubcap itself will actually protect that and just add some cool little feature, make it look like it's just a floating wheel. Real simple. On the hubcap itself, it's got a longer fin on one side and a small piece on another. As you can tell on the wheel here, it's got the longer piece and a small piece. You literally slide the one in and clip it. And that's it. So that way it keeps the wheels looking clean. I really think they should invent some cool little spinners on here for that, so we can throw some cool spinners on it. But this is what they got right now, and it works. So not gonna complain on that. But overall, again, pressure side pool cleaners. This is a pressure cleaner, but does not require a booster pump. So if you have that unique situation and you're looking for a cleaner, we do highly recommend the Legend 2. I believe this year it did have some rebates, so keep an eye out. We may have some more coming in 2021. But overall, ePoolSupply definitely stamps approval on it, and we're big fans of Pentair. So if you want to check out anything else, make sure you check out the links below and come visit the site. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe. I'm Kyle with ePoolSupply. Thanks for watching.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching. Subscribe today if you haven't subscribed. Check out the links below, and we got a lot more content coming your way. Thank you.